Good morning, babies, and welcome to Simply Stacy, where the joy of the Lord is our strength. Well, I want to talk to my singles this morning. I've been so inspired by things I've done seen over time, but this morning I just had a quickening in my spirit that I want to speak on this morning. And what I want to say to you singles is be proactive, not reactive. And what I'm saying is, a lot of people are reactive. So once they get in a relationship and they realize that the people are not what they want, they're not meeting their expectations, they react to that. They get upset, they're arguing or fussing, da 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 da, on and on and on and on. But you want to be proactive. You want to decide what you want in a mate before you go out here making that selection. Don't just wait till somebody come up on you and ask you out on a date, or you're clicking with them, whatever kind of way you say you click. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm connected with them. I feel so connected. Some of these connections are demonic. It's out of lust. It has nothing to do with the spirit realm. It has nothing to do with God. You know, the whole selection process is off because it's not according to God's word. So then you get in these situations and then you wind up being reactive. You react to the situation that you're in. Most people today, the relationships are not going to work because as soon as they meet somebody, they either look like what they want, or they got a good job, or he got muscles, she got long hair, she's light skinned, he's light skinned, oh, he's chocolate, oh, he's tall. You got all these things that turn you on physically. Next thing you know, y'all in the bed. Then, after you done did your little bed work, then you up here trying to get to know somebody after you done did the most intimate thing you could ever do, gave up your most prized possession of yourself, then expose yourself to demonicness that you don't even understand yourself. But then things begin to play out in this little escapade that you don't created with this person that God didn't even really send in your life in the first place. Then you're being reactive, falling all apart. Your heart is hurt. Your mind is in turmoil. Your emotions is all upset. You're so distraught. You're going to your friends. You're going to your neighbors. You talk to your coworkers. Some people call in the hotlines and stuff and tell all the business on the hotline just to have somebody to talk to about this situation that you shouldn't have been in the first place. Because if you was proactive instead of reactive, you wouldn't even be in this situation. So how you be proactive? Begin to write a plan. God said, write the plan and make it plain. Write the vision and make it plain. What's your vision for a relationship? Now, I want to put this in there first. You need to see what God's vision is for relationships if you're serving God. What is his plan for relationships? And according to that plan, then you write your vision. What kind of husband are you looking for? Not just superficial things that, oh, well, we like going to games together, we like sports, and we like this, and saying that you're connecting through the things you like in the natural. How are you connecting in the spirit? Do y'all have the same mentality? Now, you're not going to exactly think like that person, but what is your mentality like? Okay, do he like problem solving? Or do he like being argumentative? Or do she like being argumentative? Or does she want to problem solve? Are they a peacemaker? Or do they like trouble? Are they a person that want to pay bills? Or don't they want to pay bills? Are they a person that want to listen to God and obey God? Or they want to be disobedient to God? Do they even want God? So you need to write your vision for a relationship and make it plain. Know what you want. Not so much what other people say is right. What's right for you? What is your comfort level? What are you willing to deal with? Because what I might be willing to deal with, you might not be willing to deal with. What's your comfort level? Write the plan. Be proactive. You know, some of y'all have been through several relationships out of reaction, reacting to your emotions, reacting to how you feel and what you think. Be proactive. Be proactive. Don't think with your emotions, think with your mind. Use your intelligence. Use your intelligence. You see somebody, like this is one way you could be proactive, especially for women, because I see a lot of women doing this now. Got these little boys, because I don't even want to call them men. They're not men. They're little boys. They're not mature. They don't want to work. They don't want to take care of themselves. They out there working, the women working 2, 3 jobs. The little girls, basically. Because little girls is only going to do this. Because grown women, you ain't putting up with this mess. Not grown women that are mature in their mind and in their actions and in their deeds. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do it. When you're emotionally healthy, you're not going to do that. Because you're not going to just want to pull somebody in and just have breath and britches in your house just to say you got a man. You're going to really want a real man, not a little boy. He might got all the equipment of a man, but that don't make him a man. So one way you can begin to be proactive is if you meet a little boy, or if you want to call him a man, I call them little boys. He's not even providing for himself. What roof do he have over his head? How's he taking care of himself? How long has he been on his job? You know, we go to a job, we prepare all kinds of ways to interview. They got all kind of interviewing techniques and all ways to prepare to go get your interview for a job. Now, for a job, they interview you. They check you out. Even when you go to the doctor, you got to write down your history. But when people meet people, all they looking at, oh, he look good, she look good. They ain't worried about their history. They don't know, worry about their current situation. Don't care about none of that. All they know is they look good and they want to get in the bed with them and screw them. Then they're caught up in a mess, as I said before. Then they react to the bad situation they don't got themselves in because they weren't proactive. You need to think things out. You need to process things out before you get in them. So you don't react to these situations after you don't got in them. So many women of God, you just react. You meet somebody, you just desperate for, maybe been waiting for umpteen years or whatever. Somebody come along. It's like the ideal situation. You don't had all these dreams. Some of these dreams is coming from the enemy. They're not even of God. And then you get set up in the situations that ain't even of God. And then after you done got in the situation, you done went out in your flesh, picked up somebody in your flesh. Then you want to pull them back into the spirit realm. And then when you see they don't want to be in the spirit realm with you, then you crying out to God, Lord, help me, and all this kind of stuff. When you should have been crying out to God in the beginning to see if this really was of God. That's part of being proactive. Consult with God. Really make sure that this is of God. Really learn God so that you can try the spirit by the spirit to see if it is of God. That's one of the things that you can do to be proactive. But if you look at this man and he can't even provide for himself, how is he going to provide for you? He's not even worried about providing for himself. When you get a man, does he have a relationship with God already? You shouldn't have to get in his life and try to get him on the right track. He should already have a personal relationship with God. I'm not coming to babysit you. Now I know we can learn from each other. That's true. But just like I got a personal relationship with God, you should have a personal relationship with God. Babies, learn to be proactive, not reactive. Begin to prepare yourself for these relationships so that you won't get yourself in a mess and then just react to whatever situation you don't got yourself in. Be proactive. Prepare. Prepare. Prepare your mind, your heart, and your spirit so you will know what you're going into. When you meet somebody, they come up to you. Everybody that come to you don't mean you got to go be with them. I don't care if they look good or whatever. They got the bomb.com jobs. Seem like they got everything together. But in the spirit realm, they ain't together. In the natural, they might look like they're together. But God will still let you know that ain't the one. Because he done told me that before. No, he's not the one. And he'll tell you. But you got to keep a heart in tune with God. And how you going to do that is stay fasted up. Stay prayed up. Stay in your word. And get the tools needed to stand against these walls of the enemy. Because that enemy is trying to come at you every day and knock you out the race. And the number one way he wants to knock you out the race is put this wrong person in your life. And God knows your heart. Just like he told Adam, it ain't good for man to be alone. And you're not alone. If you got some good friends or somebody in your life that loves you and care about you and friendships and stuff, you're not alone. You may not have nobody you can have sex with, but you're not alone. You got people you can talk to. You got people you can go places with, have fun with. You're not alone. You got family members. You're not alone. Because you do more damage to yourself as putting the wrong person in your life and then going up in this house with them and living with this demon. Because believe me, it's going to manifest in all kinds of ways. Some of them want to fight on you. Some of them be rape you. Talk to you any kind of way. You can't ask them a question. They step, what, snapping and biting. Because they really don't want to be there. Because everybody that come in your life is being sent by God or the enemy. And they're on assignment. But it behooves you to know who is sending them and what spirit they're coming in. Are they coming in the spirit of God or the spirit of the enemy? It behooves you to know what spirit they're coming in. Because a lot of people come in your life, they got an agenda. And you need to know what the agenda is. And a lot of times it's not to love you with all their heart, mind, and soul. You might got something they want. You might, if you're a business person, they might want you to help them with their business. Like I said, like some of these little boys, they might need a place to live. They know you got a home. So they want to connect up with you so they can move and have a roof over their head. They might not want to take care of themselves. They want you to be their mama, their daddy. What's their agenda? But baby, you got to begin to be proactive, not just crying out, Lord, I want a husband. Where's my husband? Lord, I want a wife. Where's my wife? Not just crying out for that, but cry out for the truth of God. What is the truth that he wants to manifest in your life? If you really want that real companion in your life, you really got to seek God. You got to be proactive. You got to understand the wiles of the enemy so that they won't be used on you. And if they are used on you, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Why it ain't going to prosper? Because you done been proactive and you're going to know when that devil comes. You're going to know the enemy afar off. So even though he try to form a weapon, it will not prosper. It won't prosper because you ain't going to allow it in your life. You're not even going to let it come near your dwelling because you know it's not of God. Babies, just begin to be proactive and not reactive. And that's everything in your life. Be proactive in all areas of your life. Don't just be reactive, be proactive. Most people are reactive and not proactive. Babies, I love you and so does God. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Click like, click share. I hope there's something I said in this video you'll be able to use in your own life. That's my desire. That's something I say, something that I do. People can take that and apply it to your life and be able to fight in this warfare that we're in every day. Babies, I love you and so does God. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Smooth to sugar woogers.